Good morning, my loves. My name is Jasmine. I'm your inner work coach, which means I'm here to help you learn to love your life and your relationships. And today we are talking about part 3 on getting your man to commit, why your relationship is just feeling like it's not progressing forward. And I am so excited. This is the final point and the final part that we have. So we are going to jump right into this last point. Guys, in order to get your man to commit, in order to progress your relationship, you need to focus on you. And people always say that you need to focus on you, focus on yourself, level up yourself. But what does this really look like? That is what we're going to talk about today. So number 1, you need to get rid of the happy relationship uglies. I was watching a TikTok the other day and this girl was like, yeah, guys, I caught it. The happy relationship uglies, when you're just in like a good relationship, your partner doesn't care about what you look, you don't have to dress a certain way to impress him. He loves you even if you're in like your bonnet and you look crazy and you got a little stain on your shirt. You guys are just at home, you're cuddling, you're just, eating whatever, going out to restaurant. You're just like, I did not look like this at the beginning of the relationship. It's like, there's also, I think it was called boyfriend air, where you're in your boyfriend's space or you're in like his environment and just, you look a little crazy. We need to get rid of this. And we're getting rid of it only because you're not functioning at your best when you don't look your best. Looking your best boosts your own self-esteem. It makes yourself feel good. So we're taking away the aspect of we're dressing like this because a man wants us to or a man needs us to. And we're coming back to, okay, how do I like looking? How do I like feeling? How do I feel my best? A lot of the times we get caught in the trap of being like, okay, well, I'm comfortable in my big t-shirt that has a stain on it. I'm not gonna look cute because what do I need to do that for? Da, 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 da. I promise you, if you get some cute pajamas, some cute loungewear, when your hair is done, when your nails are done, we trick ourselves into thinking that we feel better when the word that's coming to mind is sloppy, but it's like we trick ourselves into feeling that we feel better when we feel sloppy, and we're like, I just want to be comfortable today, that's really it. But when you take the time to take care of yourself, that is when you genuinely feel better. And you guys can't tell me that you don't, because when you're about to go on vacation and you have your nails done, you have your hair done, you may have just gotten a wax, you got some new clothes, and you're just excited and like feeling great, you feel amazing then. But it takes a lot of effort sometimes to continue up that appearance. So find a baseline for, and I think I talked about this in the self-esteem video. I can link that one below. But take the time to figure out what your baseline is and what you feel good doing. I just posted a TikTok where I'm like, I need to find my everyday makeup look because I feel great without makeup, which is also important. I also have to TikTok about that. You have to feel comfortable in your own skin, no hair, no makeup, no hair done, no makeup, with no hair too, maybe. But you need to be feeling comfortable in your own skin, yes, but there is a certain level of, okay, I'm getting ready for the day, I'm getting ready for myself, where you have a standard of what your getting ready is, what your baseline is. And if you're at home, or if you're not even a makeup person, if you don't wear makeup often, or you don't like doing it, it's not your thing, you feel like it breaks out your skin, your baseline doesn't have to be anybody else's baseline, but it's about finding your own personal baseline so that you feel your best. And I promise you, looking crazy is not you feeling your best. Start taking care of yourself consistently, getting ready, maybe doing a little makeup, having your hair done. And they talk about you need to have 2 of 3 done out of your makeup, your hair, and your outfit. If 2 or 3 are done, then you're going to feel set, you're gonna feel cute, you're gonna feel comfortable. Get rid of the relationship uglies. Just because he doesn't care about how you look does not mean that you should not care about how you look. Because before he got here, were you dressing up, getting ready, looking a certain type of way, and then your man's telling you, you're beautiful, you don't need all of that, you don't need all of that. And then now you're like, okay, well, I can just chill. Like, it's a little easier to chill, but it gets you out of a slump when you start to take care of yourself. So number 2, Get your investments back into yourself. Start investing into yourself again instead of investing into your man. When we find a good man, there is a tendency to see the potential in that man, which is amazing because there's plenty of men out here with so much potential. The problem is you continuously talking to your man about what he needs to do, what he needs to level up. If he just did this, then he would be this. Trying to help him at work, getting this together for him, getting that together for him. You're stunting your man's growth, and you're stunting your growth as well. All of that energy that you have towards leveling someone up, towards being better, towards doing more things, that energy needs to go into yourself. And I promise you this will not be detrimental for your relationship. At first, it's going to be a shift and a switch because it's like, what happened to this girl that was making sure that I got everything done? He may even blame you, like, you were supposed to remind me that I had a meeting, but that's not your responsibility. If you want your man to be the highest, best version of himself, and you want to be the highest and best version of yourself, you have to focus on you and stop reminding him to do everything. Stop getting everything ready for him. Stop mothering him, because that's really what it is. You're not his mom. I have said it once and I will say it again and again and again until it sticks. You are not his mother. And so you do not want a man that you are going to have to tell how to do everything. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to focus on you. So yes, he may blame you originally when you start to level up and you start to focus on yourself and you don't put that focus towards him. He may be like, you forgot to remind me to do this. Like, no, you forgot to do that. But when you take away your mothering energy for him and he has to be self-sufficient, he is going to be a better man for it. And if he's not, that is up to you to consider if that's the man you want to be with. If you're spending all of your time focusing on how to level him up, how to make sure his appointments are set, how to make sure your appointments are set, then when you have kids, you actually have to be a mother, have to figure out when their appointments are, have to figure out how to take them to school, figure out how to take them to class. And now you're overwhelmed and you're operating in a state of chaos because you're supposed to have a partner, but instead you have another kid. But you have another kid because you're treating him like another kid. I've said it once, I'll say it again. We're focusing on what you can do on this channel. So sometimes, yes, men use weaponized incompetence, which is when they act like they don't know what's going on and they use it as a tool to get a woman to do something for them. But it is up to you on whether or not you want to respond to that and whether you want to feed into that. Let him fail. Let y'all not eat dinner. Let the trash not get taken out. Let your future not get planned. And then see how long it goes on and see if you want to be with the man. Because especially with this video and this relationship, like if you're watching this video and you're married, doesn't apply to you, because in our marriage we're going to work out our relationship and figure out how to stay in a relationship and make our relationship better. If you are anywhere but having 2 rings on your finger, you still have a decision on whether or not you want to be with that man. And so when you take away, I promise you, when you take away all the things that we mentioned in the relationship and you raise your standards and you start focusing on yourself and you put all that energy into yourself, he is going to have the decision on whether or not he wants to lead and whether he wants to level up or whether he's going to fall back and y'all's relationship will crumble. And I think a lot of the times people don't want to do these steps and they don't want to work on these things because number one, it's hard. It's hard. Not moving in with your partner is hard. Not talking about the future is difficult. And focusing on yourself, it can also be hard because we see something outside of ourselves that we can pour into, but we should really be putting that energy into ourselves. But I think that a lot of the times, because these things are difficult, and because we're afraid that if we do these things and we take these things away, our relationship will end. But babes, like, do you want to be in a relationship with a man where when you have boundaries and when you set higher standards, that he is not able to move up with you. He's not able to level up with you, and that doesn't push him to wanting to be with you. This is not the topic of this video, but going back to what we talked about in part 1, when you take away sex and when you take away moving in with someone, the purpose of it is to want to get married more. There should be a burning desire to get married. And there's a Bible verse that talks about, like, if you're just burning with the urge to like have sex with someone, then you should get married to them. So yes, it can create a little bit of conflict because, like I said, when you take that stuff away, like, it feels like a personal attack for a man. But it should be like, yeah, why am I not marrying this girl? What is taking me so long? And it's like, okay, I said that I wanted to focus on, oh, well, you know, money is an excuse. What am I doing to make sure I get money so that we can get married? Because there is nothing that's prompting him to move forward to that next role. So anyway, when you're focusing only on his potential and you're not putting any energy towards yourself, and you're not putting all your energy really towards yourself, you are stunting his growth. You don't know what kind of man you have if you are continuously mothering your man. You don't know how great of a man he can be. You don't know how great of a father he can be. You don't know how great of a husband he can be, because you're stopping him from doing that by doing everything for him. And newsflash, a lot of men will let you because it feels it's comfortable. Like, oh, I get taken care of, like how my mom used to take care of me. Like, this is real cozy. This is comfortable. Like, I don't have to remember how to do this. I don't have to remember how to do that. And the thing that's going to be confusing is men will brag on it. Oh, well, my girl does this. My girl does that. I have to make sure this gets taken care of. And they get in, and that's why it's so important to also look at the circle that your man is in, because they get in certain circles with people and they're like, oh, like, your girl has you doing that. Like, oh, she has you whipped. She has you working like a dog. Like, oh, you're, I can't think of I was about to say the lingo. Lord, am I getting old? I can't think of the lingo they use, but it's like, yeah, your girl's like, she got you whipped, bro. Like, you're doing all of this for her. When you're in this process, and also when you're focusing on yourself, you get to take the power back and determine whether or not this is a man that you want to be with. Shift into the mode where we're like, dang, I really wish he would ask me to be his girlfriend. Dang, I really wish that he would propose. It puts out this desperate energy where it puts all the power back in his hands. The power isn't in his hands. You get to determine whether or not this is the man that you want to be with. You get to determine whether or not you want a man that when he gets in a circle with people that are not treating their girls well, whether he's going to kind of laugh it off because he doesn't want to seem like, oh, like, I don't want to get made fun of by my friends. Like, I don't want to, or whether you want to date the group leader or whether or not you want to date someone that's going to be like, nah, bro, like, you need to make sure you're treating your girl right. Like, you're not doing that for your girl. Your girl has to do everything for you. Like, she's treating, like, you're allowing yourself to be treated like a kid. Like, you get to determine the type of man that you want to be with. And it's so scary when you get into a deeper relationship and you get emotionally connected with someone to evaluate whether or not you want to be with them anymore, because it's scary, because mentally, especially as women, we lock in and we're like, that is my husband. Period. Like, I know it. I know that's my husband. I can't wait for us to get married. I can't wait for us to do this together. And you see the potential and you just run with it. And you just run with that potential. Men don't do that. They take a long time to determine, long time is relative, but they take a long time to determine whether or not that woman that they want to be with is their wife. And there's certain things that they will do that they will not do for you that they would do for their wife. So we level up our men by standards and examples, not by words and nagging. And don't get caught in the trap of people that are in relationships that are like, you have to level up your man. You have to push each other, like push each other, push each other. When people are talking about push each other, they're not talking about with words and by what you're saying. It's for men. They're not talking about with words and what you're saying to that man to push him forward. It is how you act. It's the standards that you have. So, and to this point with investing in yourself, get back to doing the things that you wanted to do and that you wanted to work on. Because number one, if we're looking at it from, oh, I want to get a man, I want to keep a man, it is extremely attractive to see somebody go after their goals. That's for men and women. And it's not about like the whole independent woman thing, like, oh, like I want an independent woman that's on her grind, got her own, doing her own thing. I genuinely believe that it is not about the fact that that woman has her own money. It's the level of passion and just fight and like vigor for life that she has. That is the attractive thing. It's like, oh, she has something that she's like working on, that she's working towards, that she's passionate about. Instead of, and again, this is not a personal attack because I'm talking about myself. It's like when I used to, people used to ask me like, what's your hobby? And I would say napping. And it's like, you don't have any passion for life. Your hobby is sleeping. Like when you're not even in this world when you're sleeping, like that's your only passion that you have for life. It is so much more attractive when you have things that are making you love your life. That's why we're here. That's why I have this channel, because we should be learning how to love our life and see so much beauty in our life. It is so important to find things in life that are beautiful, that we're passionate about, that we're moving towards, that we're working on, that's in our purpose. It is so important to have that in life. That will change your life. It'll change your mood. It'll change everything. When my hobby was napping, I was not clinically, but like depressed. I was not happy in life. I was sad. I was down. Like I didn't have anything that I was looking forward to. Now, besides like the spiritual warfare that I'm literally fighting through right now, having the passions, the hobbies, like getting up and doing this and working on crocheting and reading, like those things make life so bright and so beautiful. And it's just by having like, and y'all, that's the other video I'll link down below. It's a video about hobbies. Having a cute little thing that you're doing, that you're passionate about, and that you just genuinely enjoy doing besides doing nothing will change your life. It will change your life. I promise you. I am so much more happy and focused and diligent on a daily basis because I've introduced these things besides scrolling on social media, binge watching TV shows, and sleeping. I promise you it'll change your life. So we want to find stuff that we're investing in for us. And if you're like, I don't know what I want to invest in, start somewhere. Start by watching that hobby video, get a hobby, and move from there. Pray about what your purpose is. Pray about what you're supposed to be working on and operating in. If you're passionate about your career and you like the career that you're going in, dive into your career. Figure out where you want to go. Talk to your manager. Talk to other people that are in the field that you want to go. Like start planning things. Start getting goals. Start planning things again for your life besides just, oh, I want to lose some weight and go on vacation. There's more things in life. Start learning the other things in life that are going to progress you in your life. Start getting your finances together. Start going to the gym. Start eating healthy. Start hanging out with your friends and your family. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I am. I'll get back to that. But start doing these things where you're investing and you're putting all of that energy into yourself instead of putting it into the man. All the things that you're looking at where you're like, okay, this is what I believe that this man should be doing and he was going to level up his life. Turn that energy and focus it back on yourself. What do I need to do that would level up my life? What am I really good at? Talk to your friends and your family and ask them what they think that you're good at. Ask them what they see in you. Ask them what career path they think that you should go in. Ask them questions. Like ask the people around you what you're good at if you don't know, because believe it or not, people are paying attention to you. People really are. And so start to pay attention to and listen to the things that other people are saying about you, just like offhandedly, like strangers, and the things that they say about you. Like start to develop an awareness for yourself, the same awareness that you would have for him. That same, I wish that he would just pick up, the clothes off the ground, because y'all are no longer living together after watching the other video. Instead of something in your shared space, like how he treats his own space, you're looking at it like, oh, well, I wish when I came over, he had fresh flowers. Get the flowers for yourself. Go to Trader Joe's, make yourself a cute little bouquet, get the flowers for yourself. Start investing in yourself. Start treating yourself how you would treat the men. Because I promise you, you are not perfect. It may, especially when we focus on all the things that that man is doing that is wrong, and we're just trying to get him to reach his potential and it doesn't seem like he wants to do it. When you start focusing on you, you'll see all the things you need to work on. And sometimes it feels easier to focus on somebody else instead of focusing on what we have to work on, because what we have to work on, we actually have stake in changing. What they have to work on, it's like, oh, well, if they change it or they don't, it's not really you failing. If you are working on yourself and you're not changing, the only one that's responsible for that is you. And that is very scary. So we decide to focus on what other people can change and how other things are affecting. And we're focusing on, like Myron Golden says, we focus on the contributing factors and turn them into determining factors, which are factors that contribute to how we move and operate in the world. But that does not determine what we are. But we turn those things that contribute to how we move and operate into something that's determining who we are. Nothing can determine who or what you are besides God. And so get connected with him, figure out what you're supposed to be doing in life, and work for it. Get back on your grind. Which brings me into point number 3, which is stop holding back your plans. Guys, this is a huge one. When women get in relationships, they hold back what they are doing a lot. It is a lot less often that you see a man doing this than you see a woman doing this. Women won't get a certain career because then they're not going to have as much time to do this. Women won't move forward with this or move to a different city because then that's going to put her further away from her boyfriend. Women won't work in this environment because it may make him upset. Stop holding back your plans. When me and Tyreek were dating, so there was a summer where it was the beginning of the summer. I remember so vividly. This was like 3 years before we got engaged. This man said to me, you need to start making sure you have your nails done consistently, because I honestly don't be getting my nails done like that. Like, it's not one of my things that I consider my baseline for looking and feeling good. But he's like, you need to make sure you have your nails done consistently, because when I propose, I don't want you to be upset that your nails aren't done. So you need to make sure you start getting your nails done consistently. Otherwise, if I tell you to get your nails done, you're gonna know I'm proposing to you. Valid point, right? That was years before we got engaged. Mind you, there's trends on TikTok where it's like, oh, these are my engagement nails. They're soft, pink, pretty, like engagement nails with like a little hint of design, or maybe like a French manicure. If I'm gonna get my nails done, it's gonna be like color, it's gonna be design, it's gonna be something bright. Like the soft, don't get me wrong, I love a classy nail look. But doing that 24/7, especially if I'm getting my nails done consistently, no. So there was a point where so he told me that before, because we took a premarital class. That was before we even took the premarital class. After we took the premarital class, we did not get engaged for, I think, 2 years, because just stuff happened, which is fine because God's timing. But we didn't get engaged for 2 years. So imagine, I got my nails done as often as I could, and all the time in the back of my mind when I was getting my nails done, I'm like, I have to get my nails done in a way where if I get engaged, like, he's gonna be cool with it, I'm gonna be cool with it. Fast forward to later on, guys, the reason that I can make this video is because I was so genuinely frustrated with the fact that I was not engaged yet. And as you can see, if someone tells you to start getting your nails done years before you get engaged, when you get to the point where you're almost engaged, yeah, there's a chance that you're gonna be a little frustrated, because I'm like, dang, are we gonna get engaged or not? But anyway, by the time we had come up to the point where, because I got engaged in 2023. Yes, I got engaged in 2023. So in 2023, like in the summer, so in the winter 2023, I was getting sick of it, y'all. Like, I'm like, this man he's not trying to get engaged. He's not moving forward. I am doing what I said to do here. Like, I'm like, okay, because I wanted to live in California. I'm making plans to move to Cali. I'm making plans to go back to school. I'm making plans to do this, to do that. And one thing that I was kind of holding on to was like my nails. So I get my nails done and he proposes, like, I want the cute, classy, like, nails that everybody says that you should get when you're getting engaged. Like, that's what the TikTok said. So I was getting my nails done like that. And then there was one point where Tyreek was like, you need to get he was like, oh, go get your nails done. I think we were coming back from a trip, going on a trip, something like that. Or he just wanted to treat me, something like that. And he was like, yeah, I'll pay for your nails. He's like, I'll pay for your nails as long as you get them green. And I'm like, okay, cool. I went with my mom to the nail shop to get my nails done. And she was like, I'm like, yeah, Tyreek said to get my nails green, whatever. Like, green's his favorite color. That's not out of the ordinary. And she was like, oh, so I'm looking at the different colors. And she was like, green. And we're looking at the different colors. And she's like, well, what about like this? Like, it was a soft mint, like very trendy and trend, gorgeous, like light green. And I'm like, no. I am so sick. I remember telling my mom, like, if I have one more nail set where I get my nails done for getting engaged and I don't get engaged, I will literally lose my mind. And that is not going to help our relationship, because then he's going to feel pressure for us to get engaged. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I cannot do it anymore. I am going to get my nails done the way that I want to get done. Y'all, he proposed with that nail set. I got them like a darker, I'll try to put a picture on the screen, but I got them like a darker green with pearls on my nails. Loved them. They were super cute. But he was like, this is not like, because he sent me a picture example of what he was talking about. He's like, that's not the picture. I was trying to make sure that you had like this nice light color and like a cute picture of the nails or whatever. And I was like, no, because if you wouldn't have proposed, I would have went off. So you have to do things for yourself to make yourself comfortable. Stop having in the back of your like brain, well, what if? Because I loved my nails that day. And the picture, like the picture of my nails with the like with my ring and everything, with my bright green nails, I'm like, yeah, like these are the nails that I decided to have for me, and I didn't lose myself in the process of trying to get engaged. And then I was so proud of myself, because I'm like, yeah, my nails may have been green with pearls on them instead of like a cute soft pink or a soft green, but it doesn't matter, because those are the nails that represent my personality, and the pictures are so cute. Like, I love them. So stop holding back the plans that you have. If you're planning to move and you have a job or something like that, pray about it. Because God will tell you what to do. God will tell you if you should hold on or if you should move. But if God is telling you to not have attachments, then move. You have no idea how that's going to shift the relationship. There may be some things that you need to do long distance, and that you may need to learn about each other long distance, because when you're in each other's faces, you keep doing all the other things that I told you, the other videos that are slowing you down. But when you're long distance, it just gives you time to focus on your relationship and to have the talks that you need to talk. But you're slowing it down, you're slowing down the process, and you're stunting your relationship because you are holding back plans that God's telling you to move forward with. So if you have plans in the future, you have jobs that you're supposed to have, you have cities you want to move to, you have nails that you want to get done, do it. Pray about it, please, but do it. And you will see how much more your relationship will open up because of that. Also for this, sometimes you may want to give it a deadline. Like for California, I really was like, if we're not engaged by next year, then I'm gonna, continue on with my plans of trying to figure out how to move to Cali. Because what we don't want to happen is let me give him another year. Let me give him another year. Let me give him another year. And now you're 3 years where you could have been in your new city. You could have met a new person. You could have met your best friend. You could have had a new job opportunity. This could have been a place where you finally decided to get fit. Like, you don't know what could have happened in that new city, but you put yourself 3 years back, which God can always redeem the time that you're put back when you're connected with him. He can always redeem that time. But in the world, you put yourself 3 years back because you weren't sure if he was going to propose, and then something crazy happens, y'all end up breaking up, and now you're 3 years back. So don't make the decision out of fear. But that's why I say connect with God and make the decision out of, this is really what I'm supposed to be doing. But don't make it out of fear of, oh, well, if we break up. That shouldn't be the motivator. The motivator that I'm talking about is, these are the things that when you're investing in yourself and you're focused on yourself and you're moving towards your purpose, these are the things that are the natural progression of that. and don't stop yourself from that natural progression just because you're in a relationship. Lastly, date yourself. Date yourself. And when I say this, like, I went on a couple different solo dates when I was like dating my boyfriend, and it was so scary, guys, because as I mentioned, I had a codependency issue. So being out by myself, not being on the phone with anyone, not having anyone to talk to, not having anyone as a buffer, terrifying. But I love doing it because it's really pushing me out of my comfort zone. But when I say date yourself, I don't just mean solo dates, which I do believe you should do. Like, take yourself out, have a good time. I also mean when you're dating someone, you take them to meet your friends, you take them to meet your family, like you're hanging out with them, you're spending time with them, you're getting to know them. Do all of that with yourself. That should not stop. That has not stopped in me getting married. I need to go back out on solo dates, but that has not stopped. Like, the dating myself portion and learning about myself and spending time with friends and family alone has not stopped, because we have a habit to, when we get in a relationship, we're so connected with that person, we want to do everything with them. And if I can't see my family without him, or we can't do this event without him, leave that man. Not like the relationship, but leave him at home. Leave him to go do his own thing. Stop planning your life around him. Go see your friends, hang out with your friends. Do not neglect your friends. You need your friends in whatever stage of a relationship you're in. You need your friends. You need them. You cannot neglect your friends just because you got a man. Hang out with your friends alone. Don't bring your man every single time you're going to hang out with your friends. You need to have a separate relationship with your friends. Not just because, oh, if we break up, then they're the ones that are going to be there for me, but because they invest so much in your life and you invest so much in theirs. It's important to keep that connection. We should not lose that connection. You always need your girlfriends, especially also because if you don't have your girlfriends, you'll put your man in a position that your girlfriend should be in, and then be frustrated when he can't act like your girlfriend instead of your man. That's your man. Keep him in the role that he's in. He has different things. Like with me and my sister, I can talk to my sister about deep inner work, all of that, all the time, 24/7. I can call her whenever. We can have 3-hour conversations. My man doesn't operate like that. That's okay, because he's not supposed to. When I dated him and I was talking to him, he didn't operate like that. We weren't having those types of conversations. Your man may be able to, but there may be other roles that you're putting your man in that he's not supposed to be in, because that role belongs to your girlfriends. Keep your girlfriends having their role. Keep your family having their role. You guys do not always need to be together. So, and the way that you treat yourself, the way that you date yourself is going to reflect your standards. And like I said earlier, your standards will level up your man. So if you don't treat yourself well, you don't hang out with your friends, you don't hang out with your family, you don't do anything for yourself, why is he going to feel like he needs to do anything for you? He doesn't, because you're low maintenance. And honestly, we don't want to be low maintenance girls, because truly you're not a low maintenance girl. You've convinced yourself you are, but women aren't low maintenance. We're not here to be low maintenance. And men don't operate well. They're not going to be their best when they're dealing with a girl that's low maintenance, because they don't have to do anything. And men thrive off of doing stuff. So raise your standards, treat yourself well, invest in yourself, spend time with yourself, focus on your goals, get back on your grind, and that is going to improve your relationship more than just trying to nag him and do all these things to get him to be in a relationship with you and move things forward. And why aren't we engaged? And why don't you ask me to be your girlfriend? And begging him to do that. That is not the energy we want to have. So I love you guys so much. Please let me know if you do any of these and if any of these work for you. I promise you, if you do these things, it will change your life. Look at all 3 parts. Start implementing part of them, and even if it doesn't progress your relationship as fast as you want to, it's putting you back on the plan that God has for you. I promise you, girl, you're gonna be good, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you.